Hello everyone, this is Lincolnus Prime, and today we are taking a look at the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla Singular Point Godzilla Ultima. And before we begin, I would like to start by thanking Underworld Sabroxa. These guys, I will link their website down in the description below, for supplying me with this figure. I highly appreciate it, guys. I was at a convention and they were there. I look down in this box and I see the box for Ultima in there, and I was like, oh my god. And at first I was thinking to myself, man, they're probably gonna say this thing is like 130 bucks. I got this guy for $75, so I want to thank you guys so much for having this figure and for giving it to me at that amazing price. So anyways, let's move right along to the box first, and I'm going to start by saying that, oh my god, this thing is freaking massive. We do get the picture of Godzilla on the front, S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla Singular Point Godzilla Ultima. We do get Tamashii Nations Bandai, the authentication sticker, Godzilla 2021, Godzilla, all that kind of stuff. There we get Godzilla Singular Point Godzilla Ultima. We get pretty much the picture of Godzilla Ultima on the bottom with his insanely long tail. On the back, we do get our promo shots of the figure, what it can do, what it has, and this really cool kind of outline of Godzilla with Singular Point right there. Bunch of words and stuff that I cannot read. On the side, we get a picture of Ultima. On the other side, we get Godzilla Ultima S.H.MonsterArts on the back. So when it comes to the box, that is about it. And moving right along, here we have the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla Ultima out of the box, and this thing is so cool. Let's start by going over the detail first. We do get a lot of really nice looking scaly detail on the skin, as well as a lot of the really nice muscly looking detail. We do get the dorsal fins, which look very nicely sculpted and go all the way across to the very end of the tail, as well as on the head. And when it comes to the paint as well, we do get a really nice kind of charcoal grayish black color for a majority of the skin. This really nice grayish white tone for the dorsal fins, as well as the red kind of branch looks for the kind of the tips of, or at least the sides of the dorsal fins, and that does look really cool. We do get a bit of a darker gray as well right here for some of the spikes going across the neck and the stomach, as well as on the arms, or the forearms at least right there. And then also going in on the head detail, the head is very nicely painted, although there is this weird kind of yellowish color on the teeth, so I don't know why that is. But Shinrabjira, for example, had the same problem, so I don't know if this is a figure-wide thing or if it's just a copy-wise thing, so I'm not too sure about that. The eyes, on the other hand, are painted fairly evenly, in my opinion. The teeth, besides that yellow kind of weird plaque buildup on his teeth, are very nicely painted as well on both sides. And we also do get a lot of really nice detail on the inside of the mouth as well. So a lot of really nice sculpted and painted detail on this figure, if I do say so myself. And now let us talk about the accessories. Yes, I got a $75 S.H.MonsterArts figure, at least that's how much I found it for, that came with accessories. This makes me insanely happy, because most of the time, S.H.MonsterArts figures have absolutely nothing. In this case, this one comes with something. First off, we get a miniature Jet Jaguar that you might have to paint yourself, and I actually might paint this figure, considering the fact that if I had paid the regular price for this figure, I would not have touched this thing with a single drop of paint. But now that I've gotten this figure for a pretty decent price, I might actually consider doing so. And but in terms of sculpt, this thing looks really, really nice. It kind of reminds me of like a D&D miniature, honestly. But we do get the giant weapon that he comes with that I believe was part of Anguirus. And but the sculpt on this figure is pretty nice. We do get some seam lines though, but I'm not going to really dox any points on this, mainly due to the fact that it is a miniature, so you can't really expect much from this. But we do also get the the pre kind of long-legged version of Jet Jaguar with the tiny legs as well. Pretty similar sculpt, honestly, but it does have some of the pre-designed type stuff as well on the basically on like the chest and all that kind of stuff. So we do get that, and then for our other accessory, we get the alternate head for Ultima. And now, honestly, I do kind of wish that the regular head it comes with in general would be able to open the mouth this wide, but beggars cannot be choosers. My main gripe with this, though, is when you look closer and you see that there is a red splotch of paint where it should not be, and that kind of bothers me a little bit. But it's not the biggest deal when you look at all the other amazing details on the face and on the inside of the mouth as well. All the teeth that are individually painted look absolutely amazing. The inside of the mouth and the detail that we get in there is very nice. The teeth are a little messily painted, but it's not too insanely terrible. We do get the kind of grayish white dorsal spines on the head and neck, and the eyes are a lot more forward facing on this head sculpt. So I do kind of like this head sculpt a little bit better than the basic standard one, in my opinion. So this one does look really, really nice. Now, in order to swap the heads, all we have to really do is take this head, pull it off of the ball joint very carefully, like so. This part will tend to fall off a lot, but we do get a ball joint here, and we get our ball socket here. So just line that up right there, and just try to find where that's at, and plug it in, and there we have Ultima with the more widely opened mouth. Now, I will say this extra accessory would have made sense if he came with an atomic breath, but I'm not going to really dox points on that aspect, mainly because this figure isn't really fit for an atomic breath part just yet. I feel like we'd have to see at least a repainted version with like the blue colored dorsal fins and like metallic or whatever kind of blue it would go with, because I feel like that would be a lot more fitting for an atomic breath part. So I don't think this figure is really fitting for that aspect, so I'm not really gonna dox points on that. So, but it is a nice addition in general, but it does look really, really nice on the body. So yes. Now, the articulation I am going to have to do in 2 segments, because with the tail attached, it does make it a little bit harder to do so, considering that I have to hold it with both hands from both tail to figure. So we're going to do this in sections first. So at the head, we do have the basic opening mouth, and that is pretty much as far as we're going to get it to open, but that's not the biggest deal, considering, you know, we have the already wide open head. So it does open about that much, and there are, I think it's on ball joints, so it does open that much on that side and that much on the bottom jaw. So there are 2 points in each section contributing to the opening of the mouth. And then the head can look up about that far and down about that far, and side to side, and a bit of rotation as well. And then at the base, we do get a ball joint right in this area, so it can swivel around, rotate, go up and down, all that kind of stuff. There is a joint in here, which I do think is what is a little bit weird at first. That's mainly because this utilizes a little bit more movement when going down, and my camera does not want to focus. There we go. And so that does utilize that a little bit more as well. And then we do get another hinge right in here, so that can crunch down a little farther as well, up a little bit more, and swivel just a little bit. Not too much movement, but when you utilize all of the joints, then it'll look a little bit more dynamic and natural. Then at the arms, we do get a ball joint here, so it can rotate about that much and back that much. We do get a swivel at this joint here. We do get a swivel at the elbow joint just a little bit, and the elbows can bend not too much, so about that far up and that far down. And then we do get a double jointed ball joint right in here for the wrist, so they can swivel around up, down, left, right, all that kind of stuff. And the same thing for the other arm. For the legs can spread pretty far, honestly. And then we also do get kind of like these extra sections right here, which can rotate around and all that kind of stuff to kind of fit wherever the legs are going. But they can pretty much kind of technically move all the way around, but I don't want to do so. And then we also do get a bit of a swiveling motion kind of in the thigh as well. So that is possible. At the knee, we do get a double jointed knee, but it doesn't go too far, and I honestly don't want to force it. And then we do get a joint right here that goes up about that far, back that far, and there is a pivot in the ankle, which is honestly pretty good in my opinion. So I think we do get pretty much about that range of motion for all of those parts, and it is the same thing on the other leg. And now for the second half of the articulation. This tail. My god. This is the longest tail in Godzilla history, and yeah, it really does live up to that. But we do just get a crap ton of ball jointed segments here, 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 here. If I can focus, there we go. Here, 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 and here. Even here, this little tiny tip, they included that too, and it is a little bit loose, but it's not the biggest deal in my opinion, mainly because everything else is nice and solid. But because of all of that, we do get quite a bit of range just in the tail in itself, and that is honestly impressive. And if you want to see what the tail looks like fully spread out, this is basically what it will look like. If I can just get it all out like so, and this thing is barely fitting into frame, but there is the tail pretty much fully straightened out. And just by adding our Goji here we have Goji with his tail fully straightened out, and my god, it's so insanely long. But yeah, so there we have pretty much all of the articulation fully covered. And with the articulation we do get, you can pull off a lot of really nice dynamic poses. And for comparison, here we have the S.H. singular point Goji next to 89 Goji, GMK Goji, and GVK Goji. For other comparisons, here we have him next to the Bandai Vinyl Mecha King Ghidorah, Godzilla 2000, and his other evolutionary counterpart, Shin Godzilla. And for my final comments on this figure, I would highly suggest picking him up if you can find him for a decent price. I don't think I would recommend finding him for anywhere over, I don't know, $130, because I think the price point that I got him at was fair enough. Also, considering the fact that he came with actual accessories. So, if you want a figure that has amazing posability, amazing paint, and including accessories, I would highly recommend picking this guy up. You can find him for maybe, I don't know, like $120, like $115, $130 on BBTS or Amazon.com. So I would recommend looking there, or the website that I have provided in the description below. Maybe check them out if they have any more in stock, because I'm not too sure. This was the only one that I saw that they had, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had maybe a few more. So anyways, guys, that is about it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next